that's dope, man. And what kind of cost is associated with setting it up? Because I know the rent is one thing, but I know when I go to Airbnb, I think I've been like 3 Airbnbs. There's everything is already just set up for me. You know what I mean?
It's already set up. So think about it like this, right? If you move into a place, you're going to do what? It's your rent, utility, your internet. Nowadays, more often than not, you're not worried about cable. Then your renter's insurance. So essentially, some of the 4 main essentials are those on an ongoing basis.
Okay.
So from that, in a business point of view and setting it up and structuring it like a short-term rental, quote-unquote, an Airbnb, then you have to worry about the decorating, the furnishings, the toiletries, so on and so forth. So once you get those things, then it's just a matter of kind of maintaining those, right? So just like with anything else, the cost association kind of depend on the size of it, whether you want the particular type of audience, guests you want to target, whether it's, I wouldn't say low end, but here, or if it's high end luxury style, or you're targeting travel nurses. So it all kind of depends on who it is that you're targeting, how big of a space it is. So a 1-bedroom, you're looking at move-in costs and furnishing it out. If you want to make it look nice, you might spend about $5,000 to $7,000 on a decent 1-bedroom to just get going.
Yeah.
Something a little bit larger. So you probably add on another $800 for the 2nd bedroom. Then if you're starting to look luxury, then that price bracket is obviously going to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could do, I guess, different types of houses from 1-bedroom. I mean, like single-family homes and apartment buildings.
Yeah, so my resume is like this, right? So have a loft that I was doing also a photography studio out of. Have a house right now. It's a 4-bedroom house. And right now I'm simultaneously working on 2. They're side by side. It's unit 217 and unit 219 right next door to each other. And those are some like 600 square foot 1-bedrooms. So they're not necessarily the efficient size unit, but they're a little bit bigger than what you normally would get when quote unquote an efficient size unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you because when I'm thinking about business, I always think about, okay, the scalability of the business. How do I grow this so at some point,
good question.
I want to just chill. You know what I'm saying?
So
how do you do that part?
You got to start thinking about systems. Just like with your business, right? You got my man's working the camera. Then when you go chop it up, you might do the audio, you might do the video editing, whatever the case may be, or you may have somebody on the team that actually handles that particular part of it. Then you have the softwares that encompasses your business as well the same way. It's no different when you're talking about short-term rentals. So you got to start figuring out, how do you automate some of these things that you would otherwise do manually as a person? First things first, like messaging. You when you don't really think about it, but once you go from 1 unit to 3 to 5 to 7 to 10, you're like, dang, I've been communicating with guests almost all day. Yeah. I look up, I spent 8 hours doing the communication piece of it. So if you figure out how to automate messaging, you went from spending 8 hours to most of it automatic, and you're just checking in. So collectively, you might have put an hour in that day. You know what I mean? So things like that. Then you go on and look at how do you make your pricing a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more automatic. How do you make your check-in process to where if somebody's checking in at 3 and somebody's checking in at 3:15, I'm on 2 phones trying to walk them through the process. You know what I'm saying? So how do you make that more seamless? So it's automatic check-in. So it's self-check-in. So when somebody calls and say, hey, I thought I was coming at 3, I'm not gonna make it at 6:30, you can always say, hey, it's self-check-in, you get there when you do. You know, so start to make some of those things automatic to where you're removing yourself slowly but surely out of it. Same with the cleaning. When I first got started, I was cleaning them. Like I'm
by yourself?
I'm a hell of a cleaner. Hey man, look, I'm polished to death. And what I found out later on, right, and same with my traditional rental properties, when I first got into them, being able to know and do a lot of that stuff, it taught me how to hire a good property manager. It taught me what to look for, the questions to ask, the conversations to have. Same with cleaning them. So, yeah, I was doing them by myself initially. So imagine you got 2 and 3 checkouts that day.
Yeah.
So I have to do this and I have to run over here and do that one, and so you gotta make start to make that stuff automatic.
Yeah.
So the moment, if you book my place right now, right, my cleaner will get notified that they have a booking. If you book it today, and then when your date is selected for checkout, they already have that notification on the calendar that you're checking out at that time.
Oh.
I don't have to contact them.